Taurus, hey there, it's Melissa here to do your weekly love reading for the week of October 26th through November 1st. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It won't resonate for all Taurus folks. If it does resonate for you, however, please smash that like button for me. While you're down there, if you haven't already, you can click the subscribe button as well if you feel my vibe. Also, you can click the bell notification icon for all if you'd like to be notified when I upload or go live. I do upload all 12 signs every single week. These are little love readings, basically just checking in on the energies that you bring to the connection, the energy they bring, and then a potential outcome for the connection. All right, let's just get right into it. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About Me section on my channel. And anything you need to know about leaving the channel a donation or booking a personal reading, you can find in the About Me section, or I mean in the description box below. This is the energy that you bring to the connection that you have in mind. Oh, baby. This is the energy they bring. Well, they're ready for this. So we've got the Five of Cups, the Chariot, and then the Page of Cups for the outcome, which I like. We are waiting. We're in a waiting period, though, which can be very tough. So the Three of Wands, the High Priestess is under there, which I feel like is slow moving as well. We're in a waiting period, but the High Priestess can mean, again, we're psychically connected right now. We're doing the spiritual work. We're kind of even connecting this connection spiritually before we do in the 3D, is what I'm getting right now off of this. The King of Wands, so there's passion in the connection, and Knight of Pentacles, and again, we're not moving very quickly. We do have the Five of Swords, so sometimes we might be making decisions. I just got like a vision of you and this person trying to come into connection, but if you haven't healed before you come into a connection with somebody, the defenses will keep coming up, and this kind of need to... especially when you are in a waiting period. When you're in a waiting period, there's this unsureness. Does this person feel the same way about me? And then when you're not sure, and you don't get to be sure yet, okay? You just have to use your intuition, your inner knowing to know that you're feeling this for a reason, and it's not for naught. Regardless of if this connection is going to come in or not, the feeling of the connection is there for a reason, and you need to trust that. And so I think what happens when we're not trusting that is this Five of Cups energy that you have here, is that, well, first of all, several things. One, you have to trust that if it's meant for you, it will come in, and if it's not meant for you, you don't want it to come in, because then it will be a toxic or a karmic situation. So the faith has to be there, and I think that as soon as the faith is there, one way or the other, you'll either have release or relief from the situation, or the situation will be able to come into fruition for you. So how do you get there? Inner work. I know it sounds, it's not exciting. It's tough as hell, to be honest with you. I'm still, I've been going through it for a long time now, and I still pretty much every single night cry, trying to release the pain from my entire life. So that is mandatory. Again, we're all on different levels of things we've endured. And on my level, I think, is one of the most extreme cases of just, I didn't cry it out when I needed to. So I think a lot of people do just traditionally kind of let go and release the pain over, time. So I don't think you'll be stuck doing this as long as I've been doing it, but cry. That's like, this guy, he's doing what he needs to do to get to the next level. So cry it out, feel it, write it down, whatever it is that's still hurting you. And just know that whatever is meant for you you can't lose it. And whatever's not meant for you, the creator, source, whatever you want to call it, they will protect you by not letting that situation come in. Unless you need to learn some painful lessons still. But I think we never need to. I think if we can learn the lesson before we actually get involved, or really listen to the creator and our higher self before, I think that is the healing that needs to be done. So once we're able to make decisions for ourselves that are hard, like, again, letting go of something or something you really want or really love in order to, because for any reason, they're not choosing you, they're not being clear, they're not, respect is a wide, you know, it's pretty easy to respect somebody, but when somebody's ignoring you or, you know, whatever, again, this waiting period is mandatory, but when there is, like, you know, people not giving you any communication back or whatever it is, that's when it's time for you to move on. And so you'll have to decipher that on your own. I don't know where this is all even coming from, but respect is going to be a mandatory thing in a mutual loving relationship, okay? So you'll have to decipher that on your own. If the person that you are interested in is not communicating back with you, but you know they're in the midst of doing some healing, that's a whole nother story, right? So you know they're doing the work, they're not just being mean. And if somebody's just being disrespectful or rude, it is time to move along, but you do want to feel the pain and the grief from that situation, so that you can move along in the right way. Interesting stuff coming through. In your person's energy, they have the Chariot. This is forward movement. This is manifestation. This is victory, is what it is. Victory. So they're feeling very good about this, ready to rock, it looks like. Maybe sometimes we have two different people in mind. The person that is meant for us can come through, and the person that we're not meant to be with, we're thinking of. So it's tough to know. Page of Cups is this sweet love offer, sweet love, but also can be a dreamer. Spends some time up in the 5D, which, me too, buddy, me too. I spent a lot of time in the 5D. What I'll tell you about the 5D is it's wonderful. Spend as much time up there as you'd like, in La La Land, because in La La Land, nobody hurts you. So it's one of my favorite places to be. All right, let's get at your energy. Wow, these cards. These cards. You see me shuffle those just fine. These are the ones I'm usually shuffling. Let's check these out. So you got the Four of Wands. All right, I like that. Wow, and the Ace of Pentacles. So look, oh my God, and the Hierophant. So wow, that's crazy. So I think the Hierophant is your energy, by the way, and I never say it, and but you always get it, so that's great. My cards are always right, but I didn't know that it represented you. Sorry about that. I think you had it twice last week in your energy, and I totally overlooked it. But either way, the Hierophant is a very guided, as we saw in there, like the High Priestess. It's like the High Priest, really, is what the Hierophant is. It means really connected to higher self, spirituality, you know, religion, whatever it is. Very in tuned, right? Very connected. And I think just, it can signify marriage, traditional things, okay? So it can signify marriage. And I think you also have the Four of Wands, which can also signify marriage. So this, and wow, like this Ace of Pentacles, my favorite reader says, is the path to marriage. So I like to call the Ace of Pentacles just a deeply rooted beginning. So this isn't just a frivolous new beginning, but it does look like you're in the midst of letting go of something else maybe, or just kind of getting over some, in life, we have pains. They start in school or even before that, depending on your home situation. And we're very conditioned to kind of just always have this self-doubt lingering in the back of our minds. So what I think sometimes our mission here on Earth is just to really fucking shut that noise out. We are worthy of believing in ourselves, like, period. Nobody else is going to do it for us, right? Like, it's hard enough, again, to get somebody to believe in themselves, let alone get others to do it. So it's our job to let go of the things that, to heal from the things that have made us sad in the past, and then really come to the realization that we are capable of handling anything life throws at us, period. The good Lord doesn't throw things at us. The Creator, Source, doesn't throw things at us that we can't handle. And why does it feel that way? Like when you're watching somebody go through something traumatic and you're like, wow, I couldn't handle that myself. Well, yeah, because that wasn't your path. That wasn't things you were set up to handle in your life. And then, in fact, I've had that happen where I've thought that about somebody, and then the same thing happened to me and I was able to handle it. And the truth is, we are capable of handling all things thrown our way, okay? And really just knowing that in itself, that we're worthy and we're capable of all things, is a healing that needs to be done, period. Like, everybody needs to know that. I was talking to, I think, Capricorn last week about it. The biggest pandemic in this world is self-doubt. Like, the self-doubt is wild. And it's literally taught to us in school. So it starts in school, the conditioning on that. So anyway, wow, Taurus, let's rock. Let's get your person's energy. On top of the Chariot, they have, the Tower, which can mean sudden change, shake up in their life. They do have the Ace of Wands, so beginning, new beginning as well, and the the Ace of Swords, I said Wands. That can mean victory. It can mean communication, if you guys have been out of communication. So it looks like maybe they've had a Tower moment and they are moving past that. So it looks like, and they are ready to rock. They have the Knight of Wands and the Chariot, which I think means they're ready to charge full speed ahead here. And this, I also see this Ace of Swords as a revelation. So it's looking like after some shakeup in their life, they've had a revelation. Aha! Taurus is the one, and they're ready to rush in because they aren't going to miss this opportunity again. And so that probably is what's going on. That's why you're sad. Is that they've maybe they had to go through this Tower moment. They had to. These are things we have to do in order for us to see things from our own vision, our own eyes. We can't tell people how to see, right? Like they have to be able to see it for themselves. So on the Page of Cups, we have the Three of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and Justice. So, irregardless of what the outcome, Justice, I love the Justice card. It just really means that if it goes our way, great, that's justice. If it doesn't go our way, that's justice. Like whatever is meant to be will be is what I'm feeling here. And it might not always feel or look like the outcome we're looking for, right? Sometimes it's God taking the one toxic situation out of our life and handing us a brand new healthy, loving situation. Like it of course feels sad for a moment. But eventually you get to when this new situation comes in. I don't know if there's a new situation, you guys. There's a lot of newness going on in here. But when we're letting go of something old and something new comes in, it's almost like until we get that one person that just makes every bit of sense to us, we don't realize, we really thought we wanted all the things in life, right? So, anyways, I don't know. That's just what I'm getting here. I'm going to get you guys a fairy oracle card. The overarching energy is the waiting. So like waiting for your ships to come in, and I'm just going to encourage you to continuously do work on yourself, inner work. I know it sounds boring and everybody gets annoyed that all I talk about is healing, but what I'll tell you is if a connection comes into your field and you have any residual pains, you're either going to choose the wrong person or you're going to hurt the right person on accident with defenses and things that you think you've acquired to protect yourself, and they have protected you, and I'm not, this is just real. But the things that you've used to protect you will also hurt love, real love. The fairy you got is fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. So basically, I like to think of that as manifestation. Just if you can see it in your mind, it will come in. So, do work on whatever, if you're aching for a situation to come into fruition, I'll just say, if it's an aching pain, there's something within you that would actually ruin the situation if it came in. So that pain needs to be healed, and then the situation will be able to come in naturally and healthily. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next week.